Hi, in this video I will talk about the Hyliion merger. I think it's important to know that I'm more of a long-term investor, and over the past 6 months I have returns with my initial investments $25,000, more than 50% returns. But SPAC companies have such a huge run that as a long-term investor I've made some calculations and I shifted into trading SPACs. Right now I dedicated half of my account into trading SPACs, even though I am against trading in general. I just couldn't ignore the potential that these SPAC companies have and these consistent results. And since Hyliion is one of my first investments into the SPACs, what a great opportunity to kick out this channel with deep analysis on what I should prepare myself for, what price targets I'm looking for, where to buy, where to sell, and also where I shouldn't panic when the price do this or that. To understand my points, you have to understand and to see the positions that I have, so I will be completely transparent about that. I bought ticker SHLL here, and then during the down sentiment I was buying more. My average position is $24, my position is 108. My total investment into this stock is 2,600, and as you can see I'm already up 100%. Let's first talk about where I shouldn't panic, because I can see a lot of panic happening already before the merger. And we are not talking about some hypothetical stock without existing product, right, Nicola? This stock has a huge support because there are many people who want to hold this company like it's Tesla. So before the merger, I'm definitely not selling before the merger. That is the worst thing that anyone can do, and it is the first thing I could do my mistake. So I'm going to be prepared for that, and here's how and here's why. Let's look at the Nikola stock. Look here, this is few days before the merger and few days before changing the ticker symbol. Remember, changing the ticker symbol is more important price-wise than the date of the merger. Those are two different things, and you should keep in mind about that. So Nikola stock just few days before the merger fall double-digit % on this day. Well, let's look at SHLL. It is also falling because people just can't stand it and want to lock their profits. But I have to believe the process and carefully watch it. So if I'm not selling before the merger, the question is, am I buying before the merger? Well, if you look at the dip, it went down to $33 levels. I wasn't even prepared for that. That Tortoise Acquisition with the ticker SHLL could go below that level. If I knew, I would definitely buy more because of my low price target after the merger is somewhere around $55 to $65 range. And I can see this stock easily to go to these levels. So to answer that question, I might buy more at $45 levels, and I will probably buy it on margins. And what will happen after? I will probably sell it the first minute, even the seconds when the ticker symbol change, just to lower the risk of my margin. During the merger, the second panic sell-off that I want to avoid is to sell right away on the first day and miss the gains from the second day. The historical data from the SPAC companies proves that the biggest gains usually happen during the first 3 days. After that, SPAC companies usually decline. And let me just tell you, I did my homework and I have the data to back it up. The second day of the ticker change could be much stronger because there is usually a delay. Also, it takes some time when people will see it in the section of trending. I like this company long term, so anything below $75 is just a strong signal to hold this company long term until the market realizes its true potential. If it's under $75, I hold this stock like it's my trousers without underwear. Day one, when the ticker symbol change, if the price will reach $75, I'm forced to sell. I am simply forced to do that. If you didn't buy as low as I did, it's probably fine to hold. But for me, anything that would result into 200% returns, I simply have to lock the profits. Also, it's important to say, be ready for the first minute and seconds of trading after opening hours to lock your profits. It's happening very fast. If I missed my window at $75 and I couldn't sell it above, I'm not going to panic sell. I will wait for the better opportunity later because it's a good quality of company. Day 2 after the ticker symbol change, statistically, this is the strongest day after the merger. But I'm not sure if people will approach Hyliion as a hype stock or if they will approach it as a solid company. I guess we will find out. Again, if I'm selling the second day, I'm probably looking to sell right after opening hours. Day 3, I expect this to be the lowest return day from all those 3 days because people are sick of waiting and they want to release the pressure of invested money. On day 4 and the period of first month, then we have these tickers like DraftKings that absolutely changed the opinion about spec companies after the merger. DraftKings is just proving that good sentiment could make people buy over the time. Just imagine that the new ticker Hyliion would behave like DraftKings and you would not sell here and then the stock would go over here. You would miss 200% gains compared to the merger. So how to avoid that? Well, pay attention to afternoon hours. In the afternoon, everyone who wants to buy or sell already did it. So if the stock is dropping in the afternoon or it's going up, it's because of the sentiment about the stock. The sentiment on the next opening day will most probably continue from the day previous. If the stock is significantly declining in the afternoon, it is probably best for me to sell before the beginning of the next day. These statistics do not apply on the first 3 days. Of course, if there is a huge promotion on TV or anything else, the stock could do whatever. Initially, I bought this stock because I wanted to invest long-term in this company. This is what a lot of investors did with Nikola until their investment went out of the roof and suddenly they had to sell in $90 level with 200% gains. And you know what? Probably they bought in few weeks after when it again dropped. And you can't blame them, but I wouldn't do it. My predictions. This is what I think that Hyliion will do after the merger. This stock is at the levels of $65 on day 1. The second day it will rise into the levels of $85. Then we might see a small pushback at $85 as some of the long-term investors and holders are selling, including me. Well, I will probably sell around $75. Then it will do some back and forward and then I see the stock headed to the points of $120. Yes, you heard it right, $120 in upcoming months just because it's really interesting company in a growing market with an existing product. Anytime this company will send an update about their hypertrack technology, I see this stock spike plus 30% with no problem. And which to be honest, they have been quiet during this whole time, something like Milton Traveler after his resignation. So you might say, if you think that it's reaching $120, why would you ever sell? Well, because I'm trading with SPACs and I don't want to involve my emotions with that. And I know that I can do with my invested money more certain results somewhere else. In other words, anything what's happened above $75 is more like a speculation rather than a certain results for me. Obviously, no one knows what's going to happen, and this video is definitely not a financial advice. That's it, and don't miss my next video because I am going to be uncovering the hidden gem, the long-term stock. And the best way to do it is obviously to subscribe right now. See you. I'm just going to wait until you subscribe for your own good.